Hi everybody, I'm Sarah from athriftymom.com and we're going to do a fun live video. We are going to show you guys how to dye Easter eggs with rice. I know it's kind of weird. One of my friends, Marcy, this morning sent me a link and it was to a kit that you purchase, and I watched it, and you basically just use rice and food coloring, but you have to buy the kit, and so anytime you buy something in a kit it makes it kind of spendy. So I decided, well, why not just try it at home with the stuff we have in our kitchen? So we tried it, and the kids absolutely loved it. So I thought I would go ahead and show you guys how to do it too. So we need to, and let me take my Band-Aid off. I cut myself on my tape dispenser of all things this morning. Okay, so what we need to make this is we need to do some hard-boiled eggs. And since I am a thrifty mom, I got my eggs this week at Walgreens. They had, you can get a dozen eggs for 99 cents. I'm not sure if the sale ends today or if it ends tomorrow, but I should check that out and let you guys know. Where's the cheapest place that you guys have found eggs? Since this is live, we're looking for interaction from our readers. So let me know the cheapest place you guys have found eggs. Okay, so what we're going to start out with is we're just going to use 1/4 of a cup of dry rice, and we're going to pour it into a container, and you just need a container that has a lid. Okay, and then we're just going to use food grade food dye. So I want someone to comment and tell me what color you would like me to dye the egg. So we'll sit here, there is a short delay. So go ahead and somebody comment, and the first person to comment, and hopefully they fix their glitches and we can actually communicate with you guys. Let me know. We have blue, green, yellow, or red. Blue! Okay, Amy, thanks. Amy's the winner. Woohoo! Okay, so we're going to add, I'm just going to add some blue to our, and then we're going to shake it up a little bit. And we're just going to kind of coat the rice, okay? And then we're going to add our egg, and then we're going to screw the top on. And I'm just using ziploc food containers. This one's actually a Rubbermaid. And then we're just going to shake and swirl. And the great thing about this is there's no dye to spill. Every year my kids spill dye everywhere. And so we just shake, shake, shake. And the longer you shake, the more it gets coated, and the more, the darker it gets. So shake, shake, shake. Okay, we're done. And then take it out, and you have a cool egg. And I actually added more dye to this one, so it gave it like a pretty solid color. If you add less dye, it ends up looking like this. And I probably added a little bit too much dye, because on all these other ones that we did, our fingers came out like totally clean. Other than my 14-year-old son decided when he did it he wanted to add a ton, but it ended up like with some of the really, really cool looking eggs. So if you add lots and lots of dye, you get like these really, really dark marbled effect. Can you guys see those? How dark those are? But if you use just a little bit of dye, then you get this. Now, if we wanted to, Target usually has a deal, 82 cents a dozen this time of year. Sweet! If you have a Target that sells eggs, that's awesome. Do all Targets sell eggs, or just the like super Targets? That's awesome. Thanks, Amy. Okay, let's try a green. It looks like Amanda said green. So the cool thing is you can actually use the rice over and over. So here's the green. I'm going to show you. We're just going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things of, we're going to shake it up. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on, or you can put the egg in. Super Targets. Most do now. Okay, I don't shop at Target very much because it's kind of like totally out of our way from, oh wow, we have almost 1,500 viewers on. Thanks for sharing the video, guys. If you guys think this looks like fun and it's a good way to dye eggs with your kids this weekend, share the video so your friends can see it. Okay, so we put like 5 drops of dye in there. The last time we put about 10, and that gave us that really solid egg. So if we're looking for more of a speckled color, just join. Hey, Ashley! I see Ashley's on here live. Ashley sells Unique, and she always looks beautiful. Amy, Target is like 3 hours from where I live. Can you use Ziploc bags? You know, Amy, Daniel, I was thinking, I'm wondering if you could use a Ziploc bag. Let's try it. Keely, go get a Ziploc bag. I think you just have to have the air in there. How many dozen can you get for to do one dye kit? How many dozen can you dip from one dye kit? You know, I didn't buy the dye kit. Actually, all I did was this is just rice from my pantry, and then these are just dye from the store. And you need about 4 to 5 drops of dye for each egg, and there's probably 100 drops of dye in each one. So super, super cheap. Are you doing it with rice? Yes, Chelsea. This is just white rice that we have added to the eggs. Okay, so now this one, it's not quite as speckly as I would like, so I'm just actually going to, what kind of dye kit? It's not a dye kit, it's actually just white rice from our kitchen. And then it's just, here, where's the case to the food dye? Do you guys see where it's at? Oh, it's down on the floor. Did it? Okay, so then we're going to add this back in. And just show, okay, so that was just like a lightly speckled look. And then we're going to add a little bit more. Yeah, so this is like the type of food dye we're using. Just a Western Family, I think it was like $2. Sometimes the dollar store even has it. And then we're just using white rice from our kitchen. So, super, super easy to make. Oops, sorry guys, I bumped my stand. Good day from Australia! Oh! Yeah, I love it when people from Australia join. What am I watching? Cassandra, you're watching how to make speckled Easter eggs using nothing more than rice and food dye. Okay, so let's open it up and show you guys. Okay, now the coolest thing about this is the kids aren't going to spill the dye, and then when it comes out, it's like totally dry. So there's no mess. There's no gunk all over the place. It just comes out dry. And okay, so now somebody is I kind of want to try this with ink or permanent dye and use some fabric. Good evening from Slovenia. Hello! Okay, how great for the grandkids. Gonna do this. Yes, I bet your grandkids would love it. Will it dye the container you're using? No, because it's just food dye, so it just rinses out. Hello from Alabama. Is toddler approved? Totally. Okay, somebody had asked. You're welcome, Nadine. Okay, so we are going to try, because somebody asked if it would work with, hey Molly, can you open that window over there? Yeah. It's getting really hot. Okay, we actually do these videos out in our sunroom, so we have enough light, but it is getting really hot out here. Okay, so just normal rice. We're going to try it in a bag right now, just to see, because somebody asked if they didn't have a screw-on container. So what color should we, hello from Arkansas, such a great idea. Putting a bunch of food coloring rice and shaking it. Yep. Okay, so we're going to try it. Let's try it with red. Okay, so we're going to try to see if it works in a bag.
Can I
Okay.
take it?
Yeah, just a second. Okay, so we put the red in, and then you got to kind of coat the rice first before you add. Okay, so we have our rice coated. Okay, and then I'm going to add the egg, and then I'm going to zip it up, but then I'm going to blow some air into it.
Whoa.
Oops. You know what would be easier? If we did a straw. Okay, so I blew some air into it. Now we're just shaking it up. Just logged in. That looks cool. We have some more people from Australia. Cleveland, Ohio, California, Tennessee. Thanks, Judy, for joining. Thanks, Darla. Do you ever cook the rice after it's done to make a colorful meal? You know, I could, but I've never tried that. Hola from Florida, Colorado, Florida. Okay, let's see if it's... So...
It looks like it's on.
Yeah, that's weird. So we did it in the bag this time instead of the... Oh, look, we have over 3,000 people on. So... We did it in the bag this time for all you people that might not have a lid with the screw-on container. Hello from Alabama, Kansas, Alabama. So it's just rice and food coloring. Yes, that's all it is. And then it makes these awesome speckled looking eggs that just turn out really pretty. And the best part is they're dry. Ohio, Wisconsin, Baltimore, April, Christy, Ashley, thanks for joining. Hi, Oregon, Marissa, Noelle, Baton Rouge, very cool. My 16-month-old is mesmerized by the shaking. Thanks for watching, Heather. I would like to try glitter with the dye. Try it. Go get. Do we have any glitter?
Yeah.
Okay, go get some glitter. Okay, we'll try one with the glitter. Okay, so this is, like I said, it comes out dry, which is super cool. You don't have to worry about kids getting all gross. So this is the one that we did inside with just rice and food dye inside of a bag. And then this is one that we did with rice and food dye inside of a container. So it definitely somehow changes it because it's the exact same things. But yeah, they both work. Awesome idea. Hello from New Jersey. Hi, Christina. Melissa from Texas. Shannon from Maryland. Hello from Washington.
I got some glitter, Mom.
Okay, so let's try
Let's
it.
do yellow.
Now, if we did glitter,
Purple glitter.
okay, if we did glitter, it's definitely not going to be food, because somebody said we could cook the rice afterwards for no waste, which I haven't tried that. But if we put the glitter in, it definitely wouldn't be a, Okay, so if you're just joining, this one, my son, my 14-year-old son, he actually has special needs, and he was trying to help. What do you do with them after they're done? You have an Easter egg hunt, because this weekend is Easter. So, he actually added way too much food coloring, and then that's what caused, it turned out into a really cool effect, but it did make more of a mess, and they come out wet. So, is the rice cooked first? No, it's dry rice. Okay, so let's try doing let's try a yellow egg.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a yellow egg. Hello from Morton, Texas. Harrington, Delaware. Parking lot at work. Okay, my son has Tourette's. Yes, my son was born missing half his heart, and so he is just our little miracle boy. He's born with what's called hypoplastic left heart, and he's been through 3 or 4 major open heart surgeries and then about 15 other corrective surgeries. And then he started having seizures, which caused him to be somewhat delayed. And so anyway, but he was just super excited and made those really dyed eggs. So hey, someone suggested this, and since we're live, we're going to go ahead and try it. So we added glitter. Oops, wrong size lid. I'm wondering though if we need to do glue so it would actually stick. I have twins and that would be awesome for them. Yes. Hello from Toronto. Hi, Victoria. Thanks, Carly, for joining. Joseph in Nevada. After they're dry, can you shake in a different color? Yeah, let's try that. Okay, can you do an egg in one color and then put it in another? Let's try that. Could you use brown rice? You absolutely could use brown rice. Do you add food coloring after each egg? Yes, because unless you add... My son, when he did this one and added a whole bunch, we actually did about 5 eggs, all with the same thing. So, the fact that this is dry rice... Okay, hey look, it actually did stick, and there's no glue needed. So, this one we tried, we added a little bit of glitter, and we did an egg, and so it gave it the speckled look and the glittery look. So, since we're experimenting here, I have a shout out to Hannah, Florida. Hi, Elaine. Yep. Okay, to my boyfriend. I feel like I'm Delilah. I'm giving people shout-outs live. Delilah! There's a reason why I'm not on the radio. Okay, let's give us some green. We're going to see what happens. We're taking our yellow egg. My granddaughter Josie says hi. Hi, Cherie, and hi, Josie. Okay, so we're going to see what happens. Wow, we're up to 4,000 viewers. Thanks, everybody, for watching. So we added a little bit to the green. Yeah, you can add a little bit more glitter if you want. Okay, so now we're going to see what happens if we try to do 2 different colors. Put that back on so it doesn't spill. Put the lid on. Hello from Delta. This is going on the macaroni kit. I would love that, Christine. Go ahead and just share this link. We would love you to share our link. And everybody else, if you know somebody that you think would like making these, it's a total mess way free to dye Easter eggs. Please share this with your friends and family. Hey, from Alaska. Hey, Lisa. And this is scrolling super fast, so if I miss some of you, Jennifer, Missy, Ashley, Jade, are the eggs cooked? Yes, the eggs are hard-boiled. But you know what? I haven't cracked one yet, so I bet you could do it with raw eggs, but if it cracks, you might just have a little bit of a mess. But I have 5 kids, and so I give, won't let the video play. I think sometimes when too many people get on, it shows you a black screen. So maybe it's just because we have almost 5,000 viewers right now. Okay, so cool. This is what it looks like. We did our green and our yellow egg. We did some cross coloring. Look how pretty that turned out. Okay, do you guys want to try another one? Oh, so to finish what I was saying is since I have, let's take this blue one and let's try some red on it.
It might make purple.
Ooh, okay, wait. So what colors? Oh yeah, it might make purple.
Yeah.
So let's try the red. So where are you from? I'm from Idaho. We're from Caldwell, Idaho. This is just rice and food coloring. Yep, just dry rice that I got from my pantry. And then, and we're just using the same stuff over and over.
Here.
Some of it's getting a little crusty because it's been out here for a while. Okay, so we're gonna try the blue egg in with some red dye now. So what I was saying before is I have 5 kids, and to cook 5 dozen eggs, we have a hard time eating that. So I actually give my older kids raw eggs when we dye eggs normally, and then my younger ones get the hard-boiled eggs. That way, is it liquid or gel? It's just this food coloring that you get like at any food at any store. Yes, it's liquid. I'm in Boise. Hi, Amanda. Love this. Just joined. Okay, thank you, Gabrielle. Gabrielle, I think is what your name would be. Lived in Boise for years. It's beautiful there. It is. It's springtime, and I'm so excited. Wow, look at this one. Look how cool this turned out. Can you guys see it?
It looks like orange and blue.
Yeah, it almost looks like it turned gold almost. Isn't that weird? Look how pretty that turned out.
That is pretty.
Okay, so for those of you just joining, we're just using dry rice and food coloring. We're adding them to a container, putting the lid on, shaking it, adding an egg, and when it comes out, it's totally dry, and it gives you like a nice speckled look. Okay, so let's try another one. Let's try another red and blue one. Are they already boiled? Yep, they're already boiled, but so far, like I said, we haven't cracked one yet, and so I'm thinking you could do it with raw eggs too. Cool, I need to do this with my grandkids. You seriously made my whole day. Thanks, Ashley. Hey, Ashley, I actually saw you at Walmart last night in the Easter section, but I was too embarrassed to say hi. Anyway, so hi, now I'm saying hi to you live on Facebook, because that's, not near as embarrassing as saying hi to you in live. Hey, Carrie Loomis just joined. Hey, Carrie, we miss you. Okay, guys, we have almost 5,000 people live. So, you could use them raw. You could totally do these raw.
Whoa, that one looks like the 3D glasses type thing.
It does look like the 3D glasses. Okay, so here's one that we did first in blue, and then we did red.
Mommy, it looks like you, like splash paint on a wall.
Okay, so, and like I said, these come out dry, and so much less mess for your kids. Did you take the shell off? Nope, these are just totally in the shell. That's okay, Ashley. I'm sure you look beautiful even without your makeup on. Okay, so let's try. Somebody else tell me what you would like me to try. So we tried it in the bag, and it totally worked. You just had to make sure that we had enough air in there for the rice to get all over. Let's go ahead and try this yellow one that we did, and let's see if we can make an orange one. Should we put in with the red again?
Try doing it with the bag.
Try it with a bag?
Yeah.
And we also tried putting glitter in with it, and that worked too. Our rice is starting to get sticky. Okay. Watching from Pakistan. Hey, hello from Pakistan. It's so cool that we connected with people from all over the world. Okay, writing with a crayon. Haven't tried that. Go get a color crayon and draw a message on one of the crayons.
We did that.
Thanks,
a
Carrie.
couple of years ago. We did it when it was so hot, and we did stuff on it with a crayon.
Yeah, we've done hot eggs with a crayon, but we haven't tried this. This may be one to let my son dye eggs. He's autistic and having messy hands. Yes, this would be a great way for kids that do not like messes. My son has a lot of sensory issues too. His tend to be more, he doesn't like loud noises. He does not mind getting messy, but he doesn't like other stuff on his hands. He's the one that happily added half a thing of dye and made these really, really bright ones, which they turned out awesome. But that would be the reason that some of my fingers are colored. Okay, try green and yellow, please. Sure, I'll do that, Susan. We'll try that next. Okay. Well, we did the yellow one, and it kind of just came out more red. It's an orangey one. Okay. So, oh yeah, we did the green and yellow. But hey, let's do it again. Why not? Okay, so we have a green, and let's try it with yellow.
I want to put it in.
Okay, put it in for me. Hey, Madeline, are you out here helping Mom? Okay, if you stick with one color. Well, some of the colors blended really, really awesome together. Hey, I need you to take her out because she's shaking the whole table. So this color blended really well together, and this color blended really well. What are some of the other colors that have blended really well? This one turned out, I thought, was one of my favorites. It almost looked gold. Okay, did we add the yellow in here yet? I can't remember.
Here's some crayons.
Okay, so why don't you write a message on there, on one of the, write a message on that. Do we have a white crayon anywhere?
I couldn't find one.
You couldn't find one? Well,
Use yellow.
did you boil the eggs first? Yes, we boiled the eggs first, but like I said, we haven't broken egg doing this yet, so I'm thinking you could probably try doing it with raw eggs. If it breaks, hi, watching here from Kuwait. Welcome! This is what we did with the blue. Someone just asked for me to do a blue and red, and this is what our blue and red looked like. So you do this how? Okay, so for people that are just tuning in, this is just white rice that we added to a container. We added a few drops of food dye, and then we put the egg in, and then you just shake it, and then it creates this awesome speckled look. And then the coolest part is when it comes out, it's totally dry. So this would be really good for kids that have sensory issues, kids that don't want to get dirty, or parents that don't want to clean up spilled food dye all over the place. Wow, look at that one. Okay, so whoever suggested doing the yellow and green, look how fun that turned out. And we added a little bit of glitter in there too. So she uses rice and food coloring, yep. And then some of these we've added a little bit of just this really light Martha Stewart glitter. This is awesome. My 3-year-old wants to do some. Go do it with him. It's really fun. I bet you have most of the stuff in your kitchen already. Try green and blue, please. Okay?
And let's do this one.
Okay, so let's do the blue, and then let's try some green on it. Okay, okay, so my kids are coloring on an egg right now because Ashley suggested. Okay, so if you're just joining, you add the food dye in, and then you shake it up to go ahead and coat the egg. Coat the rice. So no vinegar. Nope, no vinegar at all. All we're doing is, go tell Daddy to help with the baby, please.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So then we're gonna see what happens if we've taken one that we've already dyed, a blue one, and we're coating it with green now. Let's see, pink. I don't have any pink food coloring. I know. So you can get neon food coloring, and then we would be able to do pink. You could totally use instant rice. It just needs to be dry rice. Mix the colors together, then put the eggs in. We could do that. Yeah, we'll do that in a minute. I only have 2 white eggs left, so we'll try that in a second. Amanda, I emailed you the link. Here, I look pretty. Okay, thanks Lila for sharing. I really appreciate it. If all of you that are on, if you wouldn't mind sharing this link, we would love that. And not only does that share it with your friends, but next time we're live, This would be cool to put wax on for the first, yes. Then you guys will be notified sooner. And you can also subscribe to our lives so you'll get a notification when we go live for other fun projects. Okay, look at this. Look how pretty this one is. The blue and the green. Turned out really pretty. So white rice and food coloring. Yep, just white rice and food coloring. Brown rice would work just fine too.
Whoa,
that one's
pretty.
Yeah, that one's really, really pretty. Okay, so my kids did some I love you, Mom. Cute. So my kids drew on some of these, and then my daughter drew on this one. So Malia, what color do you want to try to do on this?
Red.
Did you write with a crayon on any? Yep, we're trying that right now. You're doing an awesome job. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. I'm sharing with my daughter. Thanks, Roxanne. And like I said, these are scrolling really fast, so if I miss your comment, it's just because I'm trying to multitask and it's scrolling almost faster than I can read. This would be so fun to do with my 18-month-old and my 4-year-old. Yep, totally awesome. Makes it so it's not messy and great to do with kids. Okay, so we're trying now. Some of you guys suggested that we do one with a crayon. Okay, and we're going to add that in there and see what it looks like. Hey, we're up over 5,000 viewers, guys. Thanks so much for sharing. Put some stickers on it first, then put the egg and rice. That'd be neat. They're raw? Okay, we could totally try it with a raw egg, and I guess we'll see live if we break any. How did you shoot and relay at the same time? I actually have my iPad suspended on a wire above me, and then that way I can just do my hands, but I have to kind of like hunch over so I can reach the table and read the iPad at the same time. Okay, so yes, we're reusing the rice over and over, and what we've done is this is just 1/4 of a cup. Yep, from the Philippines. Hi, April. Okay. Oh. Still live? Okay, good. We're still live. Okay. All right. Here's one that my daughter did color crayon on it first. So you can kind of see the color crayon underneath and then the speckles on top. Okay. So some of you guys wanted to know what it would look like if we did 2 colors together. So we're going to go ahead and take our yellow and we're going to do, so this is just white rice.
That's yellow one still.
Yeah, I know. White rice, and we're adding some yellow food coloring.
And green.
And green. What color do you think that's going to make?
I don't know.
Brown, maybe? We might make an ugly egg. Okay, and then we're going to shake to coat coat the thing.
Like green, maybe?
Yep. And then we're going to put an egg in.
Whoa.
And this one's actually cold from the fridge because so many of you have asked if we could do it with a raw egg. So let's see. It might crack. You could totally use instant rice, Nadine. Mine's on pause. So cool. What happened? Some of us, we must have had a quick, short internet connection, and so some of you got paused. Sorry about that.
Whoa, is this the blue and green one?
Can you use a baggie? Yes, we tried that earlier with a baggie. You just need to make sure you blow enough air in there to where the rice can surround the egg. Thank you. Darn, I wanted to see the color crayon egg. The color crayon egg is right here. This is what it looked like. Hopefully you can get back on. Welcome from Jordan. Okay, the video stopped. Yep, some of it we had a little bit. I think it's because we have so many viewers on. We had a little bit of a pause. Let me try to correct where the sun's coming from. Whoa! That's what happens when you're suspended on a wire when you try to move. Sorry, everybody who just got seasick from watching our video. Okay, what happened with the crayon? This is our crayon one. This is what it looked like with the crayon. So you could definitely do an image. Welcome for everybody who stuck around even though it paused for a second. This is what our crayon one looked like. You can see the crayon through there a little bit. Okay, this is the one that we tried adding the yellow and the green together. Look how cool that turned out. It kind of turned out like a neon green. So this would be our normal yellow, and this would be our normal green, and that's what we got when we added those two together. And it has a little bit more dye in there because I added 2 colors, So this one would be one of those ones that you would want to take out. Keely, get me that fork over there. You would want to take out with a fork. That way you don't get your hands dirty, but normally they come out dry. And it's also raw, so if I drop it, it's going to break. Okay, so it totally worked on a raw egg for all of you who were wondering. Yep, 1/4 cup of rice, and then depending on the color, about 5 to 10 cups of food coloring. Shake it so you color. Drops, correct. 4 to 5 drops of food coloring, and then shake your rice, and then add your egg in there, and then shake it, and it will coat it. Okay, that's awesome idea. I want to try. Okay.
Try mixing the green and blue together.
Yep. Okay, well I think we're going, I would love to see you do a glitter one. Okay, we'll do a glitter one really fast, and then I think we're going to end this. Okay, so we have some red here.
Where's the glitter?
Glitter's over here. Actually, let's do, well, we don't have, okay, you want to do blue?
Blue and purple.
Blue.
Do that blue.
Okay, so let's try to see if we can do a purple one. Here's our red dye and our blue dye. Okay, beautiful. This is an easy way to dye eggs. It sure is. Okay, so we're going to add some glitter. Like I said, you don't have to do glitter, but we're just doing it for fun. And then we're going to add a couple drops of blue and a couple drops of red. Okay, and then we're going to shake it together. Shake it, shake it. Okay, shake it. Okay, now go ahead and add the egg in there.
That one's raw too.
Yeah, this one's raw, so if it doesn't work, you guys will see gross raw egg all over because we ran out of our hard-boiled ones. Okay, thanks everybody for watching, and like I said, please feel free to share this video with anybody who might like to make these as well.
You didn't add enough red.
I don't think I did either. So this is one of those ones that we mixed colors, and it looks like it's kind of coming out
Blue. You added too much blue. But the rice looks purplish.
The rice does look purple. Okay, we're gonna, like I said, this is at the end of the Easter eggs, you know, when you just start making crazy ones. Let's see what happens if we add some more red. And normally you would put the rice in first, coat it, so I totally broke the rules on this one. Genius. Thank you, Erin. I'll give you a hard egg. Okay. Love it. Hopefully it works. Okay, let's see. And this one has a lot more dye on it than normally, because normally this one has about 20 drops of dye, and normally the ones we've been doing only have about 5 to 6. 1/4 cup of rice. Yep. Ricky, if you're getting a black screen, it's just because we have too many viewers on right now. Oh wow, look at that. Can you guys see that?
That is interesting.
It's actually really cool though.
Whoa.
Here, let me get a...
It looks sort of goldish on like the little stripe.
Yep. Here, let me pull it out. Can you guys see that? It might just look like a black egg to you guys, but...
It looks like blue and gold.
It looks like it has stripes on it.
It looks like a camel egg.
A camo egg?
Yeah, like a really, really dark camo egg.
You know what though, kids? We we haven't kept track of which one of these are dyed and which ones are raw. So it's going to be a little confusing.
This one's raw. This one's not.
All right, well, thanks everybody. We've been on for over 30 minutes, so thanks everybody for joining. We had fun. And once again, all you do is you take white rice, add some food coloring drops to it, shake it up to coat your rice, then add the egg and shake, shake, shake. And you get these really cool speckled looking eggs. And the best part is they come out totally dry, so they're mess free, great for kids with special needs. Thanks everybody for watching.